Boom! Here comes the boom! The daily grind. The daily grind. We're running late, but we're here. We're here. That's my poor attempt at rapping. Toby Mac. Everyone's here. You know, it is Wednesday. You might be thinking to yourself, if you're catching us live, what is old Rusty Musty Buckets doing here with us today? And I was going to have the baby from Look Who's Talking on today to talk hoops, but I'm glad after last night I had to have you on because you hit me up and you were like, "Are you watching this?" And I was like, "Dude, this is crazy." So we're gonna have our playoff check-in. But first, how are you, sir? I'm talking a lot. How are you?
I'm great, man. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We got this week is basically whipped. It's my last week at my old job, heading to my new one next week. Let's go. I'm here for it, man. Here for it.
Are you just ready? Are you ready?
It's like senioritis, right? You know, it's your last year of high school or college. You're like, I'm just done. I'm checked out. Like, my patients are getting good care. Don't hear that. Don't hear what I'm not saying, but I am ready to move on to the next opportunity.
Yes. So I know you caught the game last night.
Absolutely. I caught multiple games last night.
Man, so they were all pretty good. I want to start with the best game, the Sixers Knicks game, dude. Like,
yes.
Come on. What? I buried them yesterday on this show with you.
Same.
I buried them. We buried them. We may as well have had a wake for them. And then that happens. Tyrese Maxey goes Super Saiyan. What did you like? What did you, other than that? I mean, they needed every bit of his points.
Yep. It felt like a slugfest. I was talking to Uncle Buck last night during it too. And I'm like, have you been watching this game? He's like, I just turned it on. It's like late in the fourth. And I said, you've missed a slugfest. He's like, it's like 77-76 in the fourth quarter. I'm like, yeah, because this is like two heavyweights punching each other in the mouth. It was a phenomenal basketball game. You know, Jalen Brunson had his stuff last night. Maxey obviously had his stuff last night. Like it is, that series is living up to the hype. It is incredible.
And for that to happen in the Garden, like I mean, even on the broadcast, you could hear the wind go out of the sails in there. Like it was
absolutely.
And is there a more hated person in New York right now? Is there like a singular more hated guy than Joel Embiid?
No, not at all. No.
Like you could hear them like F Embiid. Like they were just over the broadcast. It was like, at first I was like, why is the sound going?
Yeah, there's a chant going in. But like, I thought they had it when McBride hit that floater at the free throw line. I'm like, it's a wrap. I mean, Knicks have got this, and we're going to move on. And I think everybody else did too, because they kept showing all the Knicks legends. You know, Patrick Ewing, Walt Frazier on the broadcast. They were stoked, high fiving, like, we got this. And then Tyrese Maxey happened, and we got overtime. I texted Uncle Buck last night and was like, dude, I do not want this game to end. And immediately he sends me a text. You're getting your wish because we're going overtime.
But man, like it was the most un-Knicks thing all postseason. One, Josh Hart missing those free throws. You got to make those. And two, not fouling him, like choosing to not be physical up the court. You're playing press on this dude all series. It's like, what do you? And you just give up. I don't know. I don't know why they didn't call timeout. I just don't know. I don't know why you don't foul him. I don't know why you don't foul him. I just don't get it.
They had a foul to give. Like, you use that foul. You make him run a play. Like, don't give him like momentum like that. And he just goes and puts it in at the dish. And I mean, you know, good on the Sixers because they were beat multiple times. They never quit. They hung in there. We get another game at the Garden, which I'm stoked about. And like, you know, we'll see what happens, right? Like, you never know. But I still think the Knicks come out of this. But what a great basketball game. Living up to the hype that, you know, because I know you and Uncle Buck, you and I hyped this up. We hyped it up on our show. Like,
we're all excited for this one.
Yeah, it's living up, man. And not often do they do that. But you got two of the best young stars, which we'll talk about here in a bit, in the game, you know, with Jalen Brunson, and we've got Tyrese Maxey and these guys who can just flat hoop, and they're showing why they're some of the more premier players in the league right now.
No doubt. Which, you know, another team, you know, speaking of a team without really any premier players to speak of because they're all hurt, and a team that we also buried, the Bucks, man, they not only did they pull out another game for them, but they like beat the wheels off of the Pacers.
They did. You know, Pat Bev had a monster game last night. He was back to his normal ways. Like, I don't know, man. And then you got 29 out of Portis, who decided to behave himself and show up and
didn't punch anybody.
Kicked out early. Exactly. Not slapping, punching folks. Chris Middleton had 29 last night. I mean, they look good. Like, they looked like they were shorthanded. Like you said, nobody playing, but they kind of, I mean, they look like the Bucks again.
Yep. The one thing that's going to help them is if the ghost of Pat Beverly keeps coming back like he did.
That's it,
If
man.
they get that version of Pat Bev, the Pacers don't have any answer for that nonsense. Yeah, they're just not ready for that.
It feels like, and this is a deep reference for Grizz fans, but it feels like playing Tim Duncan in the twilight of his career. Like Duncan would be awful, and then they'd play the Grizz. He'd go for like 30, 10, and 8, and it's just like, what in the world, man? And that's what Pat Bev was last night.
Yep, I know. You're like, bro, stop, just stop, man. Like this, we don't need this. You're supposed to be retired, bro. You better
that's it.
Cut the crap, you know? Are they coming to get you?
Yeah. I hope not.
Oh
No,
God,
they kept going.
We're good, y'all.
They found me. Gotta go.
See ya. Did you watch the other game? It was the kind of
did,
series,
man.
the forgotten game, but it's turned into an awesome series.
Yeah.
Who
Paolo.
Dude,
Paolo
like,
is the
freak on
truth.
it.
I mean, just so good. Like I was hyping him up yesterday. Like I can't hype that dude enough. I loved him at Duke. I love watching his game. He's just big.
Yeah.
He's aggressive. He leans in like he could take over a game at a young age, and he just looks the part of a freaking superstar, man. And last night he did. The Cavs took his best punch last night without one of their premier players, right? Jared Allen was out last night. Evan Mobley had to step up and win, save the game for him. But Paolo, man, is so freaking just cold, man. Just absolutely cold.
If you're the Magic, you've got to feel great. I mean, you just have to feel really good about him, about the continued development that he's going to have. I mean, like, and people are still talking about, like, did they draft the right player? Did they drafting him over Chet? And it's like, that might be a conversation forever. I think they drafted the right player I love Paolo.
Absolutely.
I like Chet, but Paolo's
I do too.
The dude.
If they don't want him in Orlando, send him to Memphis. Like, I'd love to root for that dude. Like, because like you're right. We're just scratching the surface. This is what year number 2 for him. Like, we're just scratching the surface of what this kid can be, and it's incredible already. Yeah. Incredible.
Yeah. I hope that one goes 7. I would like to see that one go 7. I honestly, if we keep getting Knicks, Sixers hoops like this, I hope that one goes 7. I would be okay if all these series went 7.
100%, man. Especially just like you said, those 2 series, they just keep going. This is too good a basketball for it to end now. And, we've got some other guys other teams are going to rest and not play for a while. So give us good basketball in the meantime. Let's keep this one going. Let's keep that Knicks Sixers series going for sure.
Let's keep them rolling. We're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we're going to talk about something that I'm pretty excited about. With all these young dudes hooping, we're just going to give our top 5 under 25. We've not talked about this, so it's going to be exciting right after this break.
Not just the level of individual talent that he plays with, but it's also the level of his mind. We haven't gotten cross-court open shot this year. We haven't seen that pass a lot. Number one, you got to respect him going to the basket. There's a roller. I got to watch the roller. He has the mind to be able to say, I see all of that, and now I see this guy over here. I'm going to get him this open shot. How shifty he is to always be going forward. It's usually side to side.
Yeah.
His dribble moves are side to side, but going forward.
Right.
Which is very hard to defend. I just want to get you, as many times can I get you to do this? But for him, it's not here. It is here, which is are his moves to get down the floor. It's awkward for a defender to try to catch a cadence. You dribble. So now what I do is when you go put that ball down, I'm going for it. But with him, it's hard for my cadence. But what's my cadence for you? I don't know what it is.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Who do you need to step it up? Outside of David Jones, I think David Jones is David Jones.
I don't think you need him to step it up because he's been performing.
Yeah, he's David Jones. Outside of him, he's fine.
I think Quinterly needs to play better.
In what way? He's facilitating the ball well. What do you, I don't.
To a 12 from the field's not cutting it.
It's not great. It's not great.
And I don't need a runner 3 from the top of the key with 3.5 seconds left.
Is Virginia the game where Jordan Brown is going to cook? Those dudes aren't looking to run the ball.
Cook what? Dude, I thought he was going to have a freaking night. He came out with that fresh cut, lined up, and then literally within the first 15 seconds missed a wide open layup. And then picked up 2 fouls right away.
I feel real lied to because I thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy.
Didn't think it did anything for you.
Well, I think
we all thought we were getting a 20 and 10 guy. And we are getting that in David Jones.
I'm not even getting 20 or 10 minutes out of the guy.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back. You can catch that show and the $2 Sports Show. And so I'm pretty excited about this. We announced today Night Court.
Yeah.
Night Court, baby, with fish, with bread. You can catch. It's so awesome. I think it was Uncle Buck that said the best signing we've had since you guys, and I agree. It's like a solid back-to-back free agency signings. I'm excited. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in May, and there's a lot of other stuff over there too. It's not just this wonderful show. There's other stuff. All right, back to our programming. So after Maxie balled last night, and really with just our Ant conversation, I hit you today. I was like, all right, let's do our top 5 under 25. Let's just do it. You know, I was curious. There's been a lot of, it seems like there's a passing of the guard right now with these old guys. I'm an old guy with these old players passing the torch, so to speak. You know, LeBron's out of the playoffs. KD's out of the playoffs. Steph's out of the playoffs. These guys are gone. With that being said, let's rank our top 5 players under the age of 25. Now, do you want to go first to last, or do you want to go 5th to 1st and go back to back?
This is your show, man. You tell me what to do. I'm along for the ride.
Well, what we're doing first, we're going to get rid of this little thing at the bottom because that's confusing. But all right, so let's go from 5 to 1. Let's do 5 to 1. So who is your 5th?
Call me a homer. Is what it is. I'll wear that. But there are a few people in the game that can do what Jaren Jackson Jr. can do from both ends of the floor, from a scoring perspective. I would put him in my top 5 in the NBA under 25. So I'm saying Tripp is my number 5.
I see. I went against my gut and I didn't put him in my top 5. And I feel bad about who I have in my 5th spot. I just put him there because I feel like I had to. It's Wemby. I don't feel good about it. I don't like it. I feel like I would be foolish for not doing it. I don't want to be called stupid by my mom or something if she listens to this podcast. I don't know. So I don't feel good about it, but that's my 5th one. Let's move on to 4. Who's your 4th?
Yeah. Well, 4th one is what we saw last night in Tyrese Maxey. I love the kid. He's got potential. There's a lot of he's awesome. So Tyrese Maxey is my number 4.
I'm really curious. I think we might be the same the
4,
rest
3,
of the
2,
way.
1.
I think we might be. I was like, I've just got a feeling. I feel like we might be the same. I also have Tyrese Maxey at 4. I feel like he's shown enough at enough big stages that he's just good. The dude's a hooper and he's a killer, man. To be in the Garden and to do that last night is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Who you got for 3?
Paolo.
Me too.
Orlando, dude.
Yep. Yeah, baby.
Going chalk, man. I see it.
He's good. He's
so
good.
good. He's got a big frame. Again, we're just scratching the surface. Like, I can't hype this dude up enough. If you haven't watched him play, do yourself a favor and watch him because, because Wendell Carter Jr. is not playing great. It's mostly Paolo and Franz Wagner who's really carrying that Magic team. Yep. So we know who's carrying that Magic team, and he is. On a huge moment in a forgotten series, but a huge moment against Donovan Mitchell and the Cavs, he's balling out.
On the NBA TV series, he is balling out, and it's unfortunate because he's. I want more people to see him. I hope there's more Magic games to get on TV after this because this dude is awesome.
Absolutely,
and his game is fantastic.
It is, and it's only going to get better. Exactly,
that's the thing that a lot of people are like. He's on an Olympic team and he's an all-star, almost an all-pro, and he's a second-year player.
That's it. It's like Mike Trout. He's buried on a bad team, which they're not bad this year, but holy smokes, like if he was on like a big market team, it'd be that much better. But again, we can relate, we can commiserate is
no doubt.
How much he can, how much he is buried on a small market. Yep.
All right. So who's your number 2?
Ja Morant.
Okay, so we differ. I'm a homer. I have Ant. And I bet you're gonna have number 1. Yep.
I got Ant number 1. Call me a prisoner of the moment. It is what it is. Maybe it's again, prisoner of the moment. Ant's playing, Ja's not. Ja hadn't played since February. I put Ja number 2, but just what I'm seeing with Ant recently, I'm going with Ant as my number 1.
Man, it's hard to. Ant is doing like all the weird, not even weird, the leadership stuff. He is checking the boxes at such a young age. And I didn't see it coming. Like I was watching, I don't know if you saw, it was the him and Kat doing their post game post game presser after the game, and they're sitting there, and he goes, oh, they didn't play Eubanks. He was good against us. And Cat goes, man, that's not our job. It's like he's swearing at he's swearing at these soft dudes like Rudy and Cat, but he's doing it not as an asshole. He's doing it as like a motivator, which is really, really crazy, but considering he's so young.
The comparisons are out there, so I'm not the first one making this, and I'm not saying that he's going to be him, but like he's got that killer, he got that dog in him like Michael Jordan did, where he expects perfection, but he does it differently. Like Jordan was just cold, a killer, stone face. Like he'd have cussed out his mama. He didn't care. Ant does it with like enjoying basketball. When he buried that three on the wing and like was grinning, running up the baseline the other night. Like it's just like he's enjoying what he's doing, but he's a freaking dog, man. Like. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a huge Ant fan. Maybe prisoner of the moment, put him over Ja, but just what he's doing is incredible on an already good team. But just being able, I mean, you're apparently your screen agrees with thumbs up there. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, what he's doing is just absolutely incredible. He's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time to come, and it's just cool, right? He's a cool story. He was hyped coming out of high school, went to Georgia, didn't really go to a big college program, and just for him to be the killer that he is, like a big fan of his.
I think we're going to be looking at Ja and. I think that's the face of the NBA for the next little. I think they're going to swap it, especially players from the U.S. There's all these international players that are going to continue dominating, but in terms of American-born players, I think they're going to be jockeying for first and second for the next 10 years. I hope.
Yeah, I agree, and I think if again, maybe my list is if Ja was still playing right now, I'd put Ja 1 because Ja's got the potential to be the best player in the NBA any given night. He can go for a 40 piece and then he can step back and let Dez get his buckets. But the way Ja attacks the rim is and Ant's the same way. They're both very aggressive, very similar style. And so, like these kids are going to be looking up to him. A case in point, Ja's jersey sales were like 11th this year, and he only played 6 games. And he was the 11th selling jersey in the NBA. Like that's the kind of star power he has. It's just incredible.
Yep. I'm so happy that we matched on so many. I as I threw it together, I finished and I was like, man, I wonder if this is going to be, and it was, and I don't feel good about my Wemby pick. I don't.
Yeah. Prisoner of the moment. My honorable mentions were Halliburton, and I had Wemby in there, just somebody to consider, but neither of them for me are top 5 yet. Wemby will be. I mean, he's got all the potential in the world. Halliburton is hot and cold, but I feel good about my top 5 with my honorable mentions being Wemby and Halliburton.
Those were my exact top 7. Exactly my top 7. Just I had Hallie and I had Jaren in my honorable mention. Yeah. That's called great minds thinking alike. We are going to take one more break. When we get back, we're going to play I haven't told you the theme, a Cinco de Mayo theme version of It's a Trap right after this break.
I'm just big on being able to vocalize what someone's role is. I always thought my best coaches were the people that let me know exactly what you expect from me. Now, I might not like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you come to me man to man to say, this is how we think we're going to play you, bang, bang, bang. And hopefully everybody understands. I'm not saying that this has not been done with this team. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying from my experience, we all have egos when we get to this game. Right. All of us. To the last person on the bench, you got an ego. But all of us can't be the man. Yeah. You got to be able to say, okay, he's the man, but what do I do and what can I do to help us be good? And if it's vocalized to you, then you know exactly and if I'm out there doing it and now I'm not getting the result from you, now we got to sit down and have another conversation. Mm-hmm. But as long as it is told to you, this is what we expect from you, this is how we want you to play, then I feel like, again, keeping his logo. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Tune in to The Anthony Sane Show, Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel. All right, Christian.
Yes.
You are Penny Hardaway.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Today, you're going to play act, okay? Gabe, because you're a Jordan Brown apologist, you're going to be Jordan Brown.
I'm a Jordan Brown apologist. Okay. I'll take that.
Y'all are sitting across the room from each other.
I said, don't tweet him hate. And he's like, you're an apologist. Like, good God. But either way, continue. We're in a room together.
Why did things break down?
Jordan. We brought you in this year to be the centerpiece of our offense. You came in out of shape. Let's call it what it is. Call a spade a spade. We play fast. Told you this when we were recruiting you. We play fast. One of the fastest paces in the country. You have to be able to get up and down the floor. You have failed at that.
Oh, well, I'm leaving. So it's fine. Cool.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Daily Grind. All right. It's Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we play a game, a little game called It's a Trap. It's a trap. It is based on the great Admiral Akbar and his familiar catchphrase. I'm going to give you 10 trivia questions, 20 trivia questions. 10 of them are going to be real. 10 are going to be not real. They're going to be traps. You don't have to answer them. You know, you've played. I would encourage you to not get too big for your britches and try to answer these, because I was like, oh my God, there's so much history here, but it's up to you. If you want to get a little cocky, go for it. You know, I don't know what you win, so it's your call. All right. So what event does Cinco de Mayo commemorate?
It's not a trap.
Yeah, right. You're right.
Yeah,
right.
I'm like, ooh, yeah.
Okay. What Mexican general led the army to victory at the Battle of Puebla?
Yes.
Yep. Good job. Which country invaded Mexico leading to the Battle of Puebla?
It's a trap.
Nope, that one's real. You're going to find out, like me, how much little you know about Mexican history. We got to get better.
We got to get better.
Okay. What famous Mexican dish was invented? It's called the French fry burrito. It was invented to celebrate the victory of the Battle of Puebla.
It's a trap.
After trap. You're right. That one is a trap. I don't think a French fry burrito is real. It sounds excellent.
It does.
What did the French army brought baguettes and berets to the Battle of Puebla to intimidate the Mexican soldiers? True or false? Baguettes and berets.
False.
That you're right. That's a trap. Such a trap. I guess they shouldn't be true or false. It's weird, but yeah, it's a trap. True or false gives it away. Right. What was the main reason behind France's invasion of Mexico in the 1860s?
Yes.
Yep, you're right. All right. What was the capital of the Mexican state where the Battle of Puebla took place?
Yes.
Yep, you're right. All right. What was the secret weapon used by the Mexican army at the Battle of Puebla? Hint, it was a horse that you break with bats.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I don't think pinatas were used as weapons. I believe they're more celebrated.
Probably hot sauce or something, but not.
Yeah,
but
you know,
not
that's good guess. How did General Ignacio Zaragoza motivate his troops?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. I don't know if that's the right name. I don't know. All right. What did Emperor Maximilian I promise the Mexican people if they accepted his reign? This is the French. The French.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that sounds right.
Oh no! I don't know. It's a trap. I don't know. I don't think that was his name. I don't think he was. I don't think the French have ever had an emperor.
You said it so convincingly. I was in.
Yeah, got you. I trapped you.
Yeah.
All right. Cinco de Mayo is oftenly mistakenly associated with what other event in Mexican history?
Yes.
Yes. This is one that got me. Apparently, that's Mexican Independence Day. I know a lot of other people say Cinco de Mayo is that. I did not. All right. What American president supported the Mexican resistance against the French during the Battle of Puebla?
Yes.
Yep. You got it. Which U.S. state is known for hosting some of the largest Cinco de Mayo celebrations in the country?
Yes.
Yep. What did the Mexican army celebrate after their victory of the Battle of Puebla? And this is also themed around horses that you beat with sticks.
It's a trap.
That is a trap. I could have just put horses beating with sticks for every one of these, and you would have been pretty good. All right. In what year did Cinco de Mayo become an official holiday in the U.S.?
Yes.
Yes. Do you know what day it was? Or what year? I mean, you don't have to. 2005.
Really? That's recent.
That's what I thought. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What is the traditional Mexican dish commonly consumed during Cinco de Mayo?
Yes.
Yes. And last question. What recipe did Napoleon send to the general offering for peace after the Battle of Puebla?
It's a trap.
It's a trap. The answer would have been either
Okay.
guacamole or green salsa. I would have accepted either. That is going to do it for It's a Trap. You got almost all of them right. I don't know if you beat fish because you got one wrong, but I think you're better than Uncle Buck. Don't tell him. You're firmly in like second and third.
Heard it here first. Let's go.
Yeah, don't tell. Is he watching? If you're watching Uncle Buck, I apologize. That is going to do us for today. I will be back tomorrow. You will be back next week. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your week. Have a good Wednesday. And remember to be a little weird and smile. See you all tomorrow.